Good morning, everybody. No Nothing Cook coming to you from the No Nothing Kitchen. And when I was at the farmer's market, obviously I talk about that. I don't know. I got scooped. Look at these onions I bought. I bought a whole bunch of them. So I had an idea, and I guess I'm going to try to incorporate that idea right now. And I was thinking French onion soup at the time I purchased them, but then I realized I think French onion soup is a onion based, no, beef based soup, I think. So that ain't going over well. So anyways, I had to come up and change it, and I could make a French onion soup with vegetable broth. And I decided, why go French onion? I'm going to try to Italianize it a little bit. So anyways, I'm going to take these onions, slice them up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half here right now. I'll tell you how many I use. I don't think I'm going to use all of them. That looks like there's too much. But I'll slice them up, half moon them, and I'm going to saute them with some butter. I got this roll of Amish country butter, and probably, I don't know, 4 tablespoons, probably 4. Some extra virgin olive oil that I got to refill, maybe 4 or 5 tablespoons of that. I'll saute them until they start. I want to get them a little bit caramelized. I'm going to add probably flour, maybe a 1/4 cup. We'll see. I'll let you know. I'll write it down there. 1/4 cup of flour, and I'm going to cook them up in there until they get nice and toasty brown, caramelized, and flourized. And then I'm going to add 2 quarts of vegetable broth to it, and I'm going to let it simmer. And in the meantime, once it brings to a boil, I'll lower it to a simmer, probably, I don't know, half hour. I don't think I have any milk. I was thinking milk, but I have here half and half and light cream, and I have low fat milk. Good question, which one I'm going to use. That's going to be a game time decision. But I'm going to crack 3 eggs, and I'll whisk them with the milk, and I will add them to the soup. And it's going to be egg drop soup, maybe? Onion egg drop soup? But, and I forgot, yeah, in that milk cheese, I'm going to grate some Parmesan Reggiano. That's where the Italian comes from. So I guess it's going to be an onion egg drop Reggiano soup. Hopefully it's going to be real good. Okay, I put in about 5 tablespoons of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and there's about 3 tablespoons of butter. I did 2 of those onions, because they were so big I didn't think we need any more. And I bought this in the store. Oh, I didn't even see that though. No, everything cook's gonna yell at me. I opened this up. Extra virgin olive oil, organic. How about that? I bought that to see if I can tell the difference. I didn't taste test it yet, but it comes from Tunisia and Spain. Doesn't say it's bottled there. It's where it was grown. Whatever that means. Okay, I'm going to melt this, and when that gets hot, I'm going to add all the onions, and we are going to saute them till they're nice golden brown. Okay, I transferred it from this pot to this pot. I'm partial to cast iron. I didn't like the way they were cooking and how long they were taking in that copper, and they don't brown good. But now, this is what they look like. I'm going to add the flour. I'm about 30 minutes into it on low to medium heat. Well, 30 minutes into it, they're very... I guess you would consider them cooked. I don't know. But let me add the flour and we'll see what it looks like. Well, okay. I added a 1/4 cup of flour to this, and it thickened it right up, and I guess this is what's supposed to look like. I don't really know. I thought they would be more caramelized, but maybe I'm hallucinating. This is about, let's see, I'm going to say 30 minutes But I did do copper to this for maybe 20-25 minutes if it was just on the cast iron, which I'm partial to. And then another about 15 minutes after, I added the flour and mixed it up real good. Okay. Since I don't have regular milk, I have fat-free milk, I have half and half, and I have heavy cream. I decided, since we're Italianizing this, heavy cream. So this is what it looks like. Let's see if I can get a shot of it here. Okay, now we're going to add a half a cup of heavy whipping cream with the cow on it. And we're going to add it in slowly. I think anyways. Seems like what I'm doing. And hopefully it cooks out. Or cooks well. Okay. Okay, I added, and I didn't show, half a cup of white wine. Now I'm going to add the juice, the vegetable broth. I think we could see in there, right? Yep. And we're just going to add that. Now I'm going to probably end up putting this back on the copper stove, because see how high it's filled? And I'm going to want to add another. One thing I will say is I didn't expect it to see it be white. But anyways, we're Italianizing it here. And that's why I added white wine. I don't know why I added it, but I figured, you know what? If we're going to try to make this Italian type, we're going to add wine. And I used a white onion because I didn't have any red onions, because I have more red wine than I do white wine. But that's for another story. Okay, I'm going to cook. I'm going to transfer this because I want to add, I think I want to add, maybe I don't. Let me see. Oh, that's a little bit too small. And that fits perfect there. So I'm going to put this back in the copper so I can put the lid on it. I don't have a lid for this pan. But it served the recipe well, and it served me well. So let me do that. And then in the meantime, I'm going to let this cook, and then I'm going to get the final ingredients ready. Okay, I got it back in here. I turned the heat up to high because I want to bring it to a boil. And then once it boils, I'll lower it down to a simmer and let it simmer for, I'm going to say, a half hour. Right now, I only added 1 quart of the vegetable broth. I'm just thinking that maybe this is supposed to be like, this might be it. I don't know. After it cooks a while, I'll decide if it's going to be, because right now it's an onion soup and that's what it looks like. So I'm going to do that, let it simmer, and then it'll be about a good half hour after that. And okay, half hour is up. The soup is very soupy. It looks like a cream soup, to be honest with you. Oh, it's got heavy cream in it. Okay, I took the 3 eggs and a 1/4 cup of Parmesan Reggiano, and I guess you can use any kind of cheese that grades up nice. And I beat it up. Now I'm going to add this mixture to the soup, and we'll see what happens. Now I took this off the heat. The soup is off the heat. It's been off the heat for about 5 minutes while I did the cheese and the egg. And I'm stirring it in, as you can see. And we're going to let this finish cooking off the heat. And we'll see what it does. Okay, now we have that. I'm going to put the lid back on and let it sit here for about, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. And we'll give it a taste test. At that point, we'll give it a taste test for the salt and pepper. I know y'all been worrying about the salt and pepper. Okay, the product is complete. Not the meal though. Okay, added about a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of pepper, and maybe two teaspoons to a tablespoon of salt. I didn't really measure. Kind of threw it in. Here comes the taste. Wow. Yeah. Tastes like onion, egg drop, cream. Delicious, I think. I might have pulled this off. Okay, it's gonna sit here for a couple of hours, and I'm gonna leave the lid on. And how I'm gonna serve this is, if I go to the store, which I doubt, I'm gonna get a loaf of Italian or a French crusty type bread. But I also have from the local a bunch of these hard rolls from the local bakery, and they're just as good, and they don't stay fresh long. And since I have left over from New Year's, what I'm going to do is I have them sliced. I'm going to butter, olive oil them, put them underneath the grill, under the broiler, and toast them till they're lightly brown. And then I'm going to put them in a soup dish, put it in a soup dish, ladle this over it, and put a slice of Parmesan, not Parmesan, mild provolone back under the broiler to brown it. And we're going to have a good onion soup with a dash of Italian in it, I think. And hopefully we get to view that. But right now, I'm going to take a pause, let this sit, and I got other errands to do. Later, thank you. There's the finished product. We have provolone, mild provolone on the top, and it was put in the broiler for several minutes till it tanned up. Now we're going to manja it and see how it tastes. Manja.
Manja it.
Okay. Well, the the Know Everything cook just complimented me and said that this is better than French onion because it has more onions in it, and it has Parmesan Reggiano cheese in it. It's got heavy cream in it. Man, was it good. I'm not sitting down because we're eating the chicken that's in a different video that is presently cooking, and it was real good. It's a 2-bowler, but we're having North food, so we can't have 2 bowls. But anyways, this is the Know Nothing Cook. Thanking you for your review, and any comments are very well appreciated. And we'll see you again soon.